Yes.
Ayo,
Welcome in.
ayo.
Tyler, can you hear me?
I can
All
hear
right.
you. I actually can hear you.
Major upgrade from last time. Thank you guys for joining us on
Yeah.
a Friday, Free for All Friday. Hit us up in the comments. Call in at the link, obviously. We love anyone calling in at all times.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to run you out. Just come in, have a take, roast me and Tyler. We don't care. Just
Do it.
participate.
Do
That's
it.
what we want. But thank you
That's
guys
all we want.
for joining us. Tyler, how are you doing on this Friday?
Man, doing good. It's the weekend. It's the weekend. Can't be upset about that.
It's
Cannot
the
be upset
freaking
about that.
weekend.
It's the countdown of the final week for you at the bank. Got to be excited about that.
Thanks it. We are counting down the days.
Counting down days. We got a triple crown race. We got NHL playoffs. We got a UFC fight. Man, it's gonna be a busy weekend. Ronnie, how you doing
It's
today?
all coming together.
Yeah.
We will see what happens to West Ham. It's maybe not.
It's a little touch and go. Little touch and go.
Little touch and go, but we do have American Messi in the FA Cup final, which I am excited for. Obviously, NASCAR, PGA still going on, and UFC pay-per-view. I mean, what is there to be mad about? Really nothing.
Nothing.
Let's enjoy this time together. So thank you guys for joining us. I do want to hit the... All right. First of all, Nick, I'm going to say this. Landon out. I saw that actual hashtag going on last night. You were there watching the game with me. That was not his fault. Let's just be real. Let's hit that first and foremost. Look, I will continue to add to the shirt. In this case, I will not, though. It was not his fault. I mean, they outshot the home team by double. I mean, what are you going to do? He can't just go out there and play and kick the goals in. So in this case, I'm giving him a pass.
Maybe he should, though. Maybe he should be a player coach.
It seems to be the situation that maybe, yes, they do need him. But I do want to pull that up as well, actually, right off the top. But look at this. 25-12 in shots. So, as you see, they lost 3-1. CEO Nick and myself enjoyed the game here on Azteca 33. Thank you for the Spanish language broadcast. We whole game. I mean, top shelf production over there. Look at the possession. They owned the game. They just could not score. That was really. It all comes down to that. So this one, Landon, you get a pass. But can we get a point? Can we get a point, please, before Nick and I will document this, and we will, have video, photos, whatever it is, when we go to the home opener against Las Vegas Lights FC. But that was a tough one. I mean, maybe the offsides call that would have been the second goal. That was kind of tough, but there's no VAR. Certainly not. I mean, it's just
no VAR in the second tier American League.
Yeah, I mean, go figure. Technology wise, it's just not possible. It was Azteca 33. So I think, and also Nick can back me up on this. Every other commercial on that channel, every time I go to Mexico, I don't know if this is just a thing or not, but it's always an election going on. And every commercial was like, vote for this guy, vote for this girl, don't vote for that guy. Just all election campaign commercials. So very true to form. It felt like I was in Mexico.
Hey, look, all our viewers from Mexico, get out there and vote, will you? Come on. Get out there and vote. Do your duty.
Vote or die. Diddy will come to your house and kick you in the face if you don't. Look,
But
again,
yeah,
Jaime, I'm not blaming this on Landon. It's not his fault. They outshot them by double on the road.
oh man, I was I did see at one point in time it seemed like it was 1-1 for a while, and then when I looked again, it was 3-1. I was just like, man, that just fell apart real quick.
Yeah, at the end, it definitely kind of unraveled a little bit, but they were game. I mean, they were clearly the better team, except for the part where you actually
Oh,
score the
except for the
goal.
part that actually, yeah, the only part that people actually care about.
So that we probably should work on that, but we'll see. I'm
Maybe.
not after actually sitting down watching one of these games. I'm at peace with that. Just let's knock some in, but I'm gonna let it go. But
So it actually does almost sound like they are a little bit like West Ham, where they just don't have that. They don't have that guy that can just finish. Like they
yeah, I
can
do
put it
not see
together, but
a really any true goal scoring threat striker anything on that team. But
they don't have that Harry Kane. They don't have that Mo Salah that's just going to bury it in the back of the net every time.
well, I mean, we're talking about guys that cannot make it in MLS. So, take
That's
that
true.
as you
That's
will.
true. That's true. They were playing the Sounders B team, so yes, that is true.
Everyone's piling on Landon. Look, I like to troll Landon.
Man,
Again, not his fault.
Ronald Davis, Landon Donovan apologist.
Just in this one case, they kicked ass last night. They could not score. That's not Landon's fault. Anyway, we had a good time. Drank some beers, ate some
Good,
pizza.
good.
Shout out also, Crack Production on Azteca 33. Shout out.
Shout out to them.
And vote for someone on that channel because God, every other commercial was like, vote for me. I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to change things. I don't know.
It's nice to hear they have the same just blatant lying commercials that we have.
I mean, pretty much. That's pretty much what you're dealing with. But
Yeah,
as we move forward, thank you guys again for joining us.
thank you.
You know what? Let's stay in the soccer realm.
Okay.
West Ham, Brighton, yes, on the road, but I mean, obviously they got to have this one, and it's very becoming more and more unlikely that they will actually get in that Champions League spot. Maybe a fraction of a chance, but still a game I expect them to win. I'm expecting Jaime the Greek to come in here with his predictions here shortly, but also we do have the FA Cup final, American
Mm,
Messi going up
mm.
against Leicester City. I do believe Justin may have a soccer take we will get to very shortly, or Leicester City, as he prefers to call them. But, I mean, Chelsea, look, you're not really playing for anything right now. Going to get in that Champions League, win the FA Cup, and I would love to see that's our guy, Pulisic. Really, actually, all three of us were talking about before the show. Just don't get hurt. If
Don't
you
get
don't
hurt.
do anything, just don't get hurt. Please. We got World Cup qualifying games coming up sooner than you think, and we need you out there. You're our best player by a mile. Please, God, do not get hurt.
Yeah, I am a bit curious as to how this is going to go. Like, I feel like, in recent form, Chelsea's been a bit better than Leicester. Like, I don't know, Brandon Rodgers is kind of doing his signature late season meltdown over there in Leicester. But I mean, it could go either way. And you're right. Like, I don't know if either team needs this because, like, they're both in Champions League spot. If they were to fall out, they're pretty much guaranteed a Europa spot anyway. So yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how this plays out. Like neither team really needs this win.
I mean, a trophy is a trophy, though. And
Sure.
yes, the FA Cup, the prestige is, down a little bit, and only because these teams are so rich. They're only playing for winning the Premier League or the Champions League.
That's it.
So
That's all that matters.
they're already going to be bummed out, like, oh, dude, all right, FA Cup. I guess we'll settle for that. But it's not the Carabao Cup, whatever it
True.
used to be, like League Cup.
It's not the Supporters Shield.
Yeah, exactly. So there is something to be, said for that. You want to walk away with a trophy. In this case, I have to go for my guy. Like, I got to go for Pulisic. But I see Jaime the Greek's predictions rolling in. Aston Villa over Crystal Palace.
I could go for that.
Yeah, I can go for that.
I could definitely go for that.
Spurs over Wolves. I'm going to go with the
I'm
Greek.
Rooting for Wolves.
I'm rooting for Wolves. Yes. I can't say I personally would go for that, but I believe that will probably happen. Liverpool over West Brom, obviously.
Sure.
Everton over Sheffield. Again, hot fire takes. I don't really think Sheffield. What they have nothing to play for. So
Sheffield. That's the weird thing about this Premier League season is all 3 relegation spots have already been filled. So like, it's West Brom, it's Sheffield,
it's
and
already
Fulham
locked up.
Are all relegated. Really, the thing that everybody's playing for is maybe like that number 4 Champions League spot, the 2 Europa spots, and then of course the newly formed Europa Conference League for the team that finishes 7th, which I'm sure that prestigious tournament.
But as Justin points out, there is no way that Everton could beat Gary Sheffield. I mean, no one could beat Gary Sheffield.
No, nobody's beating Gary Sheffield.
The bat speed, even at 50 years old, like, that guy rakes. Like, there's no way.
Oh, dude. That clip that came out last year of him just like smoking a cigar and still just mashing was like, hell yeah, dude. Sign that guy up now.
Automatic. I'll take him right now. Like, you see what we're dealing with as Dodger fans. Somebody just hit a baseball in play, score some runs. But, well, I do not want Brighton to put up a fight, but we'll see.
They will put up a fight. They actually will put up a fight. Brighton has been they've played really well this year. They just come out on the losing side more often, but they play tough. Although they are going to be missing 2 of their best players because they got red cards last week. So, come on, West Ham, don't blow it.
Come on, West Ham. Can we please get Rice back? I feel like he was close last week. He didn't play. He was a late scratch.
I think I saw ex-West Ham fan tweet that Rice is probably going to play tomorrow.
And yes, also, I will say this. Again, kind of like very tabloidish, the English media. But they were like, Declan Rice, huge hint. He wants to play in Europe. Like, he wants to be in the Champions League.
Yeah, who doesn't?
He did say, everyone does. I want to. I can't. Like, let's be real. But West Ham is just right there. God, Declan, don't give up. But if you go to Chelsea or Man U or somebody, we will take the money. So,
True.
That will be appreciated.
It will be a nice transfer fee, that's for sure.
Please, that's all we have. But speaking of, like I said, we do have, we were, just sort of touching on the FA Cup final. I believe there will be fans there at Wembley. And we do have friend of the program, Lions Insider, Cowboys Insider, Soccer Tech Insider on the Canada Steak Burger.
No hitter insider.
No hitter ruiner of record on the program. No Eddie Justin joining the program on the Canada Steak Burger Celebrity Hotline. Justin, how are you doing this evening?
Fantastic, dude. That's so many fucking titles. We're gonna have to trim that down. You left out Fife Lobotomist as well, but we'll save that for another
We will
day.
get there.
Yeah. So, I'm doing good, man. Really excited about this historical final that we have before us.
There we go.
Well, I will say this: Leicester or Leicester, however you want to say it, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it was a miracle they won the Premier League. That was kind of like really sort of just like a signal of hope for fans of teams that were not Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, Man City, Tottenham. They're not going to win. But the rich teams. And now Leicester is a rich team, but they have not been in the FA Cup final for like 50 years. So it's hard not to root for them. I want to see Pulisic do something or not get hurt. That's all I want.
So, I mean, I know modern, the younger generations, they do refer to them as Leicester, which is fine. Us true aficionados and historians refer to them as their given name, which is Leicester, which, as we know, is the English variant of the ever booming Southern California city of Lancaster. Small known fact, Leicester, it is now referred to, was founded in 1884 when they seceded from the Antelope Valley. They no longer wanted to be associated with the likes of Palmdale and Lancaster, and to further separate themselves is when they adjusted the pronunciation of their name. Now, you will take notice, they never adjusted the spelling, which I think is bullshit. Also, they do, a lot of people don't know, small little tidbit, massive fan base in Thailand. So much so that if you actually pay close attention during their matches, it actually says across their jersey, Thailand smiles with you. That is to represent the massive fan base that they have in Thailand, of course. They very long run of, not much success. They won their first, they won a title, what was it, 2015, 2016 year? Was that the season that they hoisted the title?
Yes.
Super group, super Brit super group, EMF. They foresaw this, actually. It was the year 1990 that EMF released the fabled track that gave that 2015-2016 title team their nickname, Unbelievable. The Unbelievables.
Wow.
And as we all know, EMF, massive Leicester fans.
Oh, huge.
They played in the same stadium for 111 years, guys, before, of course, moving into the Super King Stadium, which obviously goes back to their ties. Jerry the King Lawler was a previous owner in the late 70s, early 80s. But a lot of cool historical tidbits about, as I refer to them, again, being an aficionado, I'm not going to judge, I'm not going to thumb my nose up, but Leicester,
So I will say that does explain. I've always wondered why they have such a massive fan base in Tennessee, Memphis specifically. Now that the Jerry Lawler connection makes sense, I never
you
put
get
two
it.
and two together. Yeah.
No, they have roots sprinkled throughout the globe, throughout the globe.
Yeah,
And
that also makes sense why Andy Kaufman, during that legendary feud, why he burned a Leicester City jersey. Now that it makes so much sense now.
Well, and then as you know too, again, just so many ties. They're actually referred to as the Foxes. Their original mascot, fabled video game character Star Fox. Can you believe that? So many ties to all sorts of pop culture. Again, with the Unbelievable, and it just goes on and on. Very, very, very colorful history on that club, for sure, to say the least.
Wow.
All right, so all chips on the table. Who do you got tomorrow? Who is winning the final? FA Cup, great day out at Wembley. Who do you got?
Man, I'm right there with you guys. I want American Messi to get it done. The problem is, Jaime the Greek picked Leicester City. So I am going to hang my chips on Leicester City.
Wow.
That's fair, but I will say also, again, entertainment purposes only, we do have to point out that Justin is pretty much, not exactly, but pretty damn close to an exact doppelganger for Jamie Vardy. Actually, I think he's like second in the league in goals in the Premier League.
Hence why I know so much about the club.
Almost,
of course,
yeah.
It makes sense.
He's got the history on lock, so I can't dispute that. But
Justin, are you currently broadcasting from London, preparing for a soccer game in 16 hours? Just curious.
It's classified information. As you can see, These are clearly British trees in the background, so we'll leave it at that.
And I will say, I've never seen Justin and Jamie Vardy in the same place at the same time.
Never.
So
Never.
That's
I also just
Take
went up
that
to the liquor
for what you
store
will.
and I had to purchase a pack of fags. So, take that info how you will.
There you have it. FA Cup preview.
Wow.
Pulisic, just don't get hurt, bro. We need you beyond this. I hope that you do well in the FA Cup final. If you get in, I'm assuming you don't start. Always a threat off the bench. I always like with all the English commentators too. They're like, he's so direct, Pulisic. He's so direct. Like that's kind of like a backhanded compliment, though. Like all he does is run straight. He's just really fast.
Yeah. It means he doesn't have dribbling skills. It means he just runs through you. That's all that means.
He's so direct. He's just at you all the time. I love that spirit. But it always kind of seems like, dude, I hate you guys. But just don't get hurt. That's all I could say. And
That's it. Don't get hurt.
if Leicester does win the FA Cup, I'm not going to be mad. Like, I don't care at all about Chelsea. I don't care. But outside of, Pulisic remaining healthy, that's all I want.
They're unbelievable.
Oh!
Da, 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 da. And the Baron coming in with a Dodger update also. Dodgers up 8-0, 8-0. We don't say nil on the program. I'm just saying it's a field. Soccer players wear jerseys, not kits.
All I'm reading is we need about 7 more runs before I'm comfortable.
Yeah, right? No kidding.
Yeah, from your lips to God's ears, brother. Because nothing is safe with this current Dodger team. But as we move on, we, again, have been the horse racing show of record on the program. We know the trials and tribulations of Medina Spirit. He seems fine there. Very, best shape of his life, obviously.
Yeah.
But he will be racing in the Preakness this weekend as well. 9 to 5. I don't know. I think one of these other horses is a Baffert horse. I'm not sure which one.
I believe Unbridled Honor, but don't quote me on that.
No, I think you're right on that one. It is.
All right, there you go. 15 to 1. So that's still solid. He's got the juice. He's got the Baffert magic. Whatever goes on behind closed doors in the paddock, maybe a Bob Baffert hater rolls up and just throws steroids on these horses. I'm sure that's totally plausible.
It's clearly that that testosterone urine infused hay that he's feeding those horses.
Yeah. Yes, a groom that walked in and peed on the hay and the horse ate the hay.
By the way, is Concert Tour is that Jimmy Dolan's horse?
We can only hope. Look, he might have a Knicks home playoff series. I know he fired everyone on the Rangers. Again, ridiculous. But look, it could be a huge year for Jimmy Dolan. He's a bluesman. He's an old-fashioned bluesman.
It's really not that ridiculous when you think about it. It's been so long since the Knicks have even had the opportunity to be in the playoffs. So as soon as it started looking like they were going to make the playoffs, Jimmy was like, how do I ensure that the Rangers aren't tying up the Garden when we have basketball playoff games? So he fired everybody.
Get them out of here. And CEO Nick, I see you in the comments. Thank you for joining. Also commiserating with me last night on a tough L for our beloved San Diego Loyal. But yes, not only the Knicks, the playoffs are clinched, but they could actually have a home series at the Garden, the cathedral of basketball, if you will. So stay tuned for that. I personally, because they present no threat to me or any team that I care about, I would like to see the Knicks have a home playoff series. Host that series. I am a big Randall fan. He had to go because, the Lakers were making power moves trying to get AD. But I've always been a Randall fan. And now that he's kind of with his braids and receding hairline, and even better, it seems like he's getting better every year. What's not to love? The guy's balling.
Yeah, he's got to be. He's either the oldest looking, like late 20s, or the youngest looking, like 50-year-old, one or the other. But
Yep.
yeah, he's balling,
Right.
man. Like, kudos to them. I mean, it sucks though because the garden is transformed into what Cowboy Stadium is. It's like the premise of it, you think it's going to be this great home field advantage, but in reality, all it does is hype up opposing teams who are visiting it. So it's like
Oh yeah,
dudes, all
every
these young
time.
dudes that get to go. Whatever Eastern Conference team, travels to Madison Square Garden, guaranteed there's going to be a handful of dudes on that team that play their ass off because they're in the Garden.
Well,
Oh yeah.
every time too, you would see like Kobe would go there, drop 60, and like he's getting a standing ovation. Even LeBron, it's just like, I mean, it's Madison Square. Like you got to ball out. Like it means something more. But I am in some kind of backhanded like way excited for the Knicks. Long suffering, and just I wouldn't say like at all one of the all-time great franchises, but important to the NBA, you know. So kind of happy for them just to have like a good actual exciting team that might win a game or even a series in the playoffs if it's at home. So we'll see.
I don't know. Basketball playoffs are overrated. Who wants to go into those? Screw basketball playoffs.
And
You
there you
should
have it
you
from
shouldn't
the
poo-poo them
Kings
like that,
fan.
man. They're over so fast. They're here and gone in the blink of an eye. You can't just take this, the sprint that is the NBA playoffs for granted.
It's only 3 months and then it's gone. And then we have to think about it for the rest of the year. But
See
I get
that
where you're
that's
coming
just
from, Tyler.
that's just it. No,
Donaghy
my Kings
ruined the playoffs forever.
my Kings just don't want to tie up that 3 months it takes to get the playoffs. That's why they haven't been there in 15 years.
Well, they have too
Sacramento
much.
Kings, the Detroit Lions, the NBA.
Yep, pretty much, pretty much.
Oh, all right. Now, all right. Look, I will support any comment fight that goes on. But now Nick, smelling his own piss, getting excited. Look, dude, I'm gassing you up, but also it's still a Knicks team. Like, let's be real, it's the Knicks. So don't get crazy. But yes, I guess take that. I believe also the Sixers are still going to be the number one seed. So I don't know what you're
I
talking
believe.
about, Nick.
Yeah, I think they clinched the 1 seed tonight.
I think it's pretty much locked up. But
How dare you attempt to shit on the palace that Allen Iverson built, bro? Come on.
my bad. Comcast Center, whatever it used to be.
That's right.
All right. I will allow you to enjoy the small victories as we, suffered through last night's miserable, ludicrous display by the Loyal. I don't know what Landon was thinking.
Sending that guy on so early.
Some dude.
Yeah.
I think
Literally
like,
some dude.
he works at Canada Steak Burger. I've seen this fool,
Right.
but he's got handles, dude. I seen him at the park.
Yeah.
He's balling.
There you go.
Speaking of, let's talk about the NHL real fast. We're looking at, yes, obviously the Canada bubble. So we have East, North, which is Canada, and West. The Ducks and Kings, sorry, Justin, well out of it. Never going to happen. But as we look at the East, Penguins, everyone loves. America's favorite team to hate, the Penguins.
Yeah.
I'm going Islanders. Please, God, Islanders all the way. Just, channel Mike Bossy. Let's get it done. Let's kill somebody out there. Just hit somebody. Also, runner-up, I will go with the Capitals. I've been a big Ovechkin fan. I like the way he plays. Definitely not going to root for a Boston team. But we are pretty much locked in here on what is going to be the
Zdeno Chara getting his revenge series, playing against his former team in the first round.
Well, I mean, I wish I still had that picture, but there's a man I hate to fight. There's a man that any man would hate to fight.
Mm-hmm.
On skates, no, please. I don't want none of that. We look at the Central, Hurricanes, Predators. You know, Nashville. I like Nashville as a sports town. Predators kind of rubbed me the wrong way because of their runner-up banner that they put up a couple years ago. Florida Panthers. All right, I can get behind that.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Tampa Bay Lightning. I think they came the same year as the Sharks, I believe, like in the early '90s, before the Ducks, after the Kings, obviously. But give it up for the Florida Panthers.
Defending champs, Tampa Bay Lightning, as well.
Yes, and they are very good. I mean, Stamkos, all these guys they have are just beyond good. But no, I'm going Panthers all the way. Give me John Van Beesbrook behind. That's my guy. That is my guy. Florida Panthers represent. Come on.
Golly. You know, I hate to do it. I got to go Tampa until somebody can actually dethrone them. I got to go Tampa. I mean, that team last year was just stacked. They pretty much brought back the exact same team. They're loaded, man.
No, I mean, realistically, my head says Tampa all the way. My head says Tampa in the NHL Finals. Like, let's just be real here. But to be the man, you got to beat the man. But my heart wants anyone else besides them. Well, and Nashville. But Hurricanes, I'm down for that. You guys do you. Out west, you move out west. Colorado Avalanche. Shout out to Will. I know he's repping for Denver. Golden Knights, probably the team that I could root for here. And really just because the saga of producer Tanaya getting so close to hitting that bet when it was like 40-1 on NHL futures. But
they're historic first season.
Yes. So and honestly, like, just full scope here, they really have put a good team together. Like,
they have.
Can't bash them, and that's really what you want to do when you're like moving into a new market, new team. Like, all right, we have the arena, but you know, hockey really hasn't been here. They've done a great job, so I'm gonna give a shout out to the Knights there. Can't really root for the Blues or the Wild. Too much history with the Ducks. Golden Knights, that's my pick. I'm going with them.
Man, I'm hard pressed to not root for Colorado just because, was that like 2 years ago, they were like the worst team in the NHL. And they did an amazing job with the draft, picking up a free agent here and there. Now they're the top team in the West. Like, it's hard to root against that story.
Yeah. I'm not going to blast them for that. And honestly, even beyond, like in the 90s, they were, you know, they had like with the Red Wings, the rival they had going, pretty great. I like seeing all the goalie fights, Patrick Roy.
Patty Roy. Yep.
Yeah, Mike Vernon going at it, like just throwing down at center ice. They had bloodbaths.
They got Sakic his cup. You got to appreciate that.
Joey Sakic. Shout out to him. But let's take a look at the North. Toronto Maple Leafs. It's so fun to make fun of them.
It is.
But they do have Austin Matthews, SoCal kid. So I am going for them. I love the fact, I believe last time I saw he's leading the entire league in goals. So someone from Southern California leading the NHL in goals, that's my guy. I will represent for them. I'm sure it's a life of pain. Just get ready, Austin. You're playing for the Maple Leafs. You're going to be let down. Just prepare to be let down. But, I mean, I'm not going to root for the Canadians. Come on. What am I, French? No, please. And the Oilers, yes, you know, the Condors connection. I respect that.
That's right. Got to appreciate that.
And I'm glad that
the
Winnipeg
Oilers are
has
kind of
a
a
team
yeah,
again.
yeah.
But out of these two, I'm going Maple Leafs or Edmonton. It's an oil town, uh, but give me Austin Matthews all day, every day. That's my guy.
I mean, like the thing with Edmonton, it's pretty amazing. They are a two-person team, but that two-person team is still dominating everybody between McJesus, excuse me, and Draisaitl. Um, like like if you look at their stats, those two have all the goals, all the assists. There's like nobody else has anything on that team. But again, it's just such an amazing 1-2 punch that they've destroyed everybody. But you also, there's just something weird about this playoffs. I also am like, I guess right now it doesn't matter because with the playoff format, all you're doing is playing everybody within your division for the first couple rounds, which is what everybody's done all season. But I'm really curious to see what these teams do. When we get to that semifinal round, when we finally get to play somebody else, when a Canadian team finally gets to leave Canada. I don't know. Like the first couple, don't get me wrong. Like I love the Stanley Cup playoffs. Stanley Cup playoffs are the best playoffs in any professional sport. I think, like hands down,
100%. Yes.
Beginning to end, first round to the last round, you're not going to get any boring series. But I'm just kind of like the first couple rounds. Like I don't know. It's like you're just seeing all you've seen all season long because you're playing the same teams in the same division that you played all year.
And you would think, if you're the team that is the home team, all we've only played these guys. We know we can beat them, and right. Who knows? What kind of if you're going to have fans there, depending on where it's at, whatever. But I would say probably after the second round, it'll really get more interesting. But
right.
NHL playoffs for sure. I mean, NBA playoffs, I'd like similar, pretty much the same format.
Right.
And yes, there is something to be said about the grudge match that goes on. We got to win 4 games off these guys. It goes back and forth. You get to know and hate the other team. We're just, it's, tit for tat. We're going against these guys every single night. But hockey is a little different because they just let you fight. Pretty much that's the best way I could distill it. And you won't see a lot of fights in the playoffs.
Not in the playoffs, no.
It's way more emotional. It's there's a lot more physical play. It's just who can play tonight. Everyone's hurt at this point, just like basketball, or when you get to even the NFL, you get to week 10. All right, everyone's hurt, but who's injured? Everyone is still playing, showing up, trying to win these games, and then you get in this series where you're playing the same team night after night. It always makes for good drama there. But I do see on the celebrity hotline, we do have the CEO, and I do want to ask him, kind of get just the temperature here on the Sabores Colombianos celebrity hotline. We do have CEO Nick on the program joining us. Nick, how are you doing? I see you're still wearing the shirt. I hope you took it off at some point overnight, but I don't know. How are you this evening?
I'm feeling effing fantastic. Effing fantastic.
I just want to say, I saw you come on. All right. Come on with the hashtag Landon out. So, last night was not Landon's fault.
Wait, in honor of Landon.
There it is.
No,
there it is.
Well, I mean, we know where his office is. We can go visit him. We can flush the toilet in his face. I'm just saying last night was not his fault.
It
That's all I'm
wasn't.
saying.
It wasn't. It wasn't. Loyals were the more aggressive team. Ideally, just more shots.
The dominant team.
Yes, they were, and just it's a travesty at that point. They literally were only able to produce 1 goal.
Well, the offsides,
which very questionable. Very questionable.
It was close, but we talked about it. You're not going to have all the replay tent, the VAR. It was close enough to say no, it was offsides. I'm fine with that. Like, the call in the field stands, whatever. But, man, I really did think they dominated the game and just could not score. Like,
It was frustrating. It was very frustrating.
We need someone that could score.
We needed Landon to literally rip off his suit and jump onto the pitch.
Maybe, yes, he will coach the next game with a Velcro back suit where he can just rip it off, pop in the game, show up like, Superman, Iron Man, I don't know, come in there, knock some goals in. But, dude, I wish, please just score a point. Just get a tie before the home opener. Because otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for me to support this team.
It's all right. It is all right. I am not until they win a game.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, I will see you there on the 29th wearing the same shirt because I doubt they are going to win.
Based on where he's at, Jaime, I think he's dropping more than just the truth.
Yes. But, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even going to take a shower until they win a match.
Oh, come on now. It's heating up in California. You can't do that.
We're gonna up the stakes here.
Well, they're going to Louisville next week, so I'm not holding out hope for a win, but just a point. Just a point. Please give me a point.
Oh, wait.
Something.
Oh, all right. I love you. Thank you. All right. I was just kidding. I'm going to shower. Apparently.
The missus didn't like that threat, huh?
Yeah. I was like, okay, I'm going to shower.
Also, shout out Sippy. Southern Miss to the top. But last thing before we get out of here, I want to hit the Fight Doctor. We do have a pay-per-view UFC event. Nick, do you want to say or no?
I'm going to finish paying tribute to Landon real quick.
Well, I know how that ends. So I'll let you. I'll let you do that in peace.
One thing. Fuck the Eagles, Phillies, Flyers, Sixers, any minor league Philly team. Fuck them all.
All right, and there he goes.
Rocky Balboa. You lucky?
No.
Are you willing to go that far?
No. I know my limits.
I mean, it's Rocky. Come on. Nobody hates Rocky.
Yeah.
But thank you, CEO, for joining us on the Sabores Colombianos Celebrity Hotline. We will be in touch soon. We're just hoping for that first point for the San Diego Loyal.
Yep. Bye, guys.
I don't know what's going on. I don't want to hear what's going to go on. So there he goes. Now we must visit the Fight Doctor because, as I said, we do have a UFC pay-per-view. And one, just some side stories there. But I do want to get to the Fight Doctor, give you your time. So we're going to fire this up.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. The heavyweight champion of the world.
Oh, yeah. Fight. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was canceling. But yes, as I said, UFC pay-per-view this weekend. There are ways if you do not want to pay. But
just know that there are always ways.
Hit up Khabib. That's all I can say.
And if you know those ways, hit up Derek Lewis and let him know as well, because
who's streaming?
He wants to know. And also, a quick side note: Sippy, yes, massive fan. If you say what I think you're gonna say, R.I.P. New Jack. I did see that. Mixed feelings about that because he seems like kind of a scummy guy, but he also entertained the hell out of me, so I can't fully hate.
I think that's like a lot of my favorite wrestlers.
That's a lot of professional wrestling. Yeah.
God, dude, what a life! Like, kind of a dirtbag, but man, like all the entertainment I got, like I still love that guy. Like,
Yeah. But yes, so like Ronnie said, we do have UFC 262 this weekend. Going to be headlined for a match for the vacant lightweight championship between Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler. Oliveira currently riding a nice 8-fight win streak here. I think he's a 10-time performance of the night winner, including 7 out of his last 10 fights, one performance of the night. So that just tells you, man, he brings it. Fun fights all the time. He also has the most subs in UFC history, most submissions in UFC history, 14. So you know what kind of fighter he is. Michael Chandler, 3-time Bellator lightweight champ, impressive UFC debut, TKOing Dan Hooker in the first round. That got him this fight. I mean, this is like two just well-rounded guys. Like I know Oliveira's probably the better submission guy, better grappler. Chandler's the better stand-up guy, but they both are very well-rounded. So you can see, I can see this fight going either way.
Yeah.
I don't know if the fight for bottoms is on here. We were talking earlier. He said he's going with Oliveira. It's a coin flip. I think just for the sake of differing from him, so we have something to talk about on Monday. I will go Michael Chandler. But
I love
honestly,
it. Love it.
honestly, it's a coin flip. Like all week, I've been going back and forth on who I think is going to win that. I could easily see either guy winning. Either way, I think it's going to be a fun fight. It's going to be an awesome fight. It is going to deliver as a pay-per-view headline fight.
I really like this. Yes, as a main event, I'm leaning towards Oliveira, but I like the contention. Like, no, pick a side, choose your lane. But I really, we had the fight night. UFC, like we've always said, they are very committed during the pandemic. They gave us all this entertainment. They put an event every weekend. So, yes, you're going to have those, like, kind of, it's sort of a drier week. But, boom, pay-per-view. I think this is going to be a great fight. I'm holding back just yet from saying, like, potential fight of the year candidate at the end. But it's going to be up there. I think this is, like, a very good matchup.
Oh, agree, 100%. Absolutely, 100% agree on that one. Co-main event here, and I want to jump into this to set up a video clip that I think we do have ready here. Co-main event, another lightweight fight between Tony Ferguson and Beneil Dariush. Tony Ferguson, who famously had a 12-fight win streak going on over the course of several years, unfortunately lost 2 in a row, now riding a 2-fight losing streak after being knocked up by Justin Gaethje and then having a pretty lopsided decision loss to Charles Oliveira. I'd love to see Ferguson, regain that former self he was. I mean, when that dude first showed up on Ultimate Fighter, I actually just finished rewatching that season recently, the Brock Lesnar Jr. Dos Santos Ultimate Fighter season. Ferguson was just a killer. I mean, just knocking dudes out in the first round just violently. I'd love to see him come back. Beneil Dariush coming in on a nice 6-fight win streak. 4 out of his last fights have been either performance of the night or fight of the night. This is a massive step up in competition he's been facing, though. Like, even Tony Ferguson on the 2-fight losing streak is still way better than what Dariush has been fighting.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with my heart on this one. I think I'm gonna go Tony Ferguson to maybe regain that form, regain that confidence. Plus, I think Ferguson, he's as he is wont to do, talk a little trash to other fighters. He kind of made a pretty good impression at the press conference, Lonnie, if you have that clip lined up for us.
I do. Please take in and enjoy the display that went on at the pre-fight press conference.
Could not have scripted it any better. It's perfect.
Thanks. You dodged me too, Chandler.
Hey, that's not true. Hey,
every person out here except for this guy right here that's sitting next to me.
Hey, that's not true.
I'm going to be real, man.
Tony.
The other side, those are
hey, you could have
coming over here to this side's victory table.
You could have fought me January 23rd, and I would have done the same thing to you.
Hey, man, you said no, man. I'm going to be real. You got this handed to you. You got Dana White privilege.
Tony. Thanks, Dana.
It's all love, baby.
Goodness.
Check that Dana White privilege, y'all.
You got that Dana White privilege. And looking very Dice-ish also with his neon kind of, I don't know, it seems like a free giveaway monster sunglasses, but also with the leather, everything, total.
Are you expecting expecting him to like reach over his head and light the cigarette.
Oh,
Geesh.
geesh.
But yes, looking forward to that. Ferguson kind of, I think he's already setting his sights on, hey, if Chandler wins, I'm already like getting under his skin, so I want to get that first title shot. So yeah, we'll see if that pans out, but he's got to get through Darius first. I think Ferguson's going to do it. I hope he's going to do it, but we'll see. Just one last fight I want to talk about on the main card here. There is a women's flyweight fight here between Katlyn Chikagian and Viviana Rajo. I'm really only talking about it because it might set up Valentina Shevchenko's next victim.
Yeah.
Chikagian, she's the number 2 ranked flyweight. She's not exciting. She's got 15 wins and only, I think, 2 or 3 stoppages, and none of those have come in the UFC. She is that, karate style point fighter, get a few strikes, back out, not looking to knock you out, just score points. And she has a history of kind of beats up a lot of people, but then when she faces the top level fighters, she gets exposed and loses those fights. Arajo, I think she's like number 6, 7 in the rankings, something like that. She's, kind of like what I said about Darius. This is like, a bigger step up for her competition level.
Right. Like make a name for yourself kind of thing.
Right. Arajo, she's a little bit more exciting of a fighter. She's got, I think, like 3 knockouts, 3 subs, something like that in her career. I think Chikagian probably wins this. I think she's going to use that point fight style effectively in this one. I'm hoping Arajo wins that one because I don't want to see Chikagian get killed by Shevchenko again. But then again, Arajo is just going to get killed by Shevchenko, so I don't think it really matters.
Yes, the prize is Shevchenko, so you're welcome. Yeah. Like, is it really? Yes, the prestige, you want to win in advance, but there's one person looking down at you, and we all know who it is. And you're probably going to get mercilessly beat to hell.
This fight was looking like a pretty good card a few weeks ago, but then because they initially had the Leon Edwards, Nate Diaz fight scheduled for this one. Unfortunately, Diaz suffered just a minor injury in training, but it was enough to knock it off this card. They added them into the 263 card, which will be coming up in June. So definitely look forward to that. But I think that fight would have added a lot more to this card if it could have stayed on here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really in love with the main event. So, especially because, as you know, there are ways I'm not going to be spending money to watch it. But that's going to be a great fight. Definitely, like a step up from the fight night. This is a pay-per-view worthy card, even with the changes. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm hesitating, but I'm thinking of maybe throwing some money down. I just want to bet on something. I want to bet on something this weekend. I don't know. It could be NASCAR. It could be golf. I don't know. I'm degenerate. You know this.
Well, wait, here we go. There we go. I was wondering if the fight was going to jump in with his picks there.
Oh, there you go. Phlebotomist out.
Okay. Interesting picks. But, yeah, I mean, look, all in all, the thing is, I don't know if we're going to get a knockout quite like we got in the, what was that fight the other day? The Padres fan, Rockies fan. I don't know if we're going to get a knockout like that. But who knows? Maybe Chandler will get another vicious knockout this weekend. I don't know.
Who fights a Rockies fan? Come on, Padres.
Dude. Who is a Rockies fan?
That's all. Yes, already. And then, look, all the Padre fans down here I've worked with, I know, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, Dodger fans, you guys just fight everyone. Like, yeah, we do, but mostly our own selves.
True. That's true.
Maybe one too many. We have a good time. But
we personally sat one row behind a fight between 2 Dodgers fans a few years back.
There are standards, though. I've never seen a Dodger fan fight a Rockies fan. Have some respect, Padres. God.
But yeah, so we'll see. Like I said, I'm thinking it's going to be a good UFC fight card this weekend. Again, the main event I absolutely think is going to deliver. There are no guarantees, but that's pretty dang close to a guarantee. I think that one's going to deliver.
It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. So It's not guaranteed.
Nothing is guaranteed.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Like in my head, I was like, oh, I hope he plays it. I hope he plays it.
Nick, all right, now you're just talking sideways, bro. I know you're a Yankee fan. You are not a Rockies fan. Don't even say that. CEO, call in. Make it right. You got about like 45 seconds before we get off the air.
But yeah, other than that, this weekend, I think the only thing that we didn't even touch on, like I guess you said, there's a NASCAR race in Dover this weekend.
There is
you got that?
Dover.
Yeah.
I like going, two old school tracks back to back. But and of course you see Truex. His car is just kicking ass right now. But Hamlin up there, all the usual suspects. Billy Byron.
Billy Byron.
Billy Byron. Our guy, Harvick, America's sweetheart, Kyle Larson. Everyone's in there. But Harvick, man, let's get that first win. Come on.
That'd be nice.
We do. See, all right. Before we get out of here, because he has the red phone, he has the direct line on the Jupiter Records and Tapes Celebrity Hotline. We're bringing back in the CEO. Hashtag Landon out. Nick, your thoughts?
Hell, I will invest in the Rockies. I need to make back on my investment. I mean,
I don't think it's something that could be bought into at this point. I mean, they're pretty established.
Everybody's got a price.
Look,
Ain't that wrestler?
I'll say this: you've got a bit of a bad track record. You invested in us. You invested in the loyal.
No, you guys.
Now you're going into the Rockies.
I'm gonna say the judgment is not great. I hope I'm not speaking out of turn here, boss. But I mean, we got to step back and look at what we're putting money into. Just saying.
At a price.
Well, so I've heard.
I say the same thing when I'm on a Vegas Strip.
Well, Justin is roundly booing you right now in the comments.
Is Justin an investor? So, yeah, cancel him.
Oh, you've been canceled. Sorry. We take that off the screen. How much? I don't know. I believe the Rockies are a very privately owned organization established in baseball. You know, they've been in the World Series. They lost, but.
That's a great question. How many of the Greeks got? He's on something here. How much? It's a new hashtag. How much?
We will find out. You know, you will be efforting after the scenes. Like when we go off the air, I'll shout out to Connor.
Connor.
Again, Yankee fan, Connor. So I don't know why he wants to invest in the Rockies organization. But, and Kylie also getting the mix. Shout out. But we are well beyond our time. So
I'll buy more.
We will sign off.
Buy more time.
And the CEO has just bought more time. So we will continue here. But thank you guys for joining us in the comments, calling in, whatever it may be, just supporting us in general. You know, take in some of these events over the weekend, whether it be NASCAR, especially UFC, I'd recommend, at least the main event. PGA, you know, basketball playoffs are going to be settled after the weekend. Whatever it may be safe, enjoy the sports weekend, and we will get back with you on Monday.
Keep the fire.
Yeah. Thank you.
You don't get to say that.
Nick, thank you so much for calling in. Justin, thank you for calling in. Jaime, Sippy, Tanaya, Baron, everybody sending in the comments. We definitely do appreciate this. We'll be back here on Monday, recap of the busy sports weekend. Hope you all have a good weekend. Be safe. Have fun. You know the drill. Keep fire.
Landon out.